Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your ancestors' messages. This is going to be a tarot reading for the people born under the Star card and the Justice card. If you do not know what your tarot birth card is, or if you're interested in the decks I'm using, there will be links in the description box below for all of that. Now, I please ask that you bear in mind those are general readings. I channel the messages of different ancestors, and if the message does not resonate, it simply is just not your message for this month. So now that I've said all of this, I hope you're doing well, that you've had a good month so far, and without further ado, let's begin. So if you'd like to connect to the energies of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths as I shuffle it. So what do my Aquarians born under the Star card and the Justice card need to hear for their highest good from their ancestors, please? So the first energy we have for you is the, I can never pronounce this word, so you're going to have to forgive me for this, brecciated or brecciated jasper. So it's a jasper crystal, and it's the energy of reparation. And you can see the earthy tones of it. And we also have the blue lace agate, tenderness. Okay, so I'm feeling already the energy of some healing going on. Obviously, if you own any of these crystals, a blue lace agate or some kind of jasper, you may want to carry them with you to amplify their energies in the coming couple of weeks. And let me grab a couple more messages. So from this deck we have card 32, Breaking Free, and we have card 18, the Universal Mother. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, I was getting this energy of some healing going on or about to happen. Your ancestors are highlighting the fact that you need to break free from something. Card 32 diminishes to number 5, which is the energy of change, generally speaking. So it's time for a change for you. It's time to break free from something, to release something. Now you may be held down, like the person here with the ropes, or tied down by, you know, maybe a job that you're not happy in, but you keep it because you have to pay the bills and you feel trapped. You could be in a toxic relationship. You could be holding on to some kind of guilt for something you've done or something you've said, even maybe shame. And please do not think I'm judging, not at all. We all go through these, and this is how we grow. I do not consider these things as mistakes. They're just growth experiences. So whatever this breaking free is, there's something that needs to be released. And then we have the card of the Universal Mother, which is 18. Now 18 diminishes to 9, which is a number of achievement. Now the Universal Mother is the card of nature, Gaia, the earth. So a call to spend more time grounding yourself. Maybe you're spending a lot of time in your head. I did feel the energy of the earthy tone of the card reparation. So this is your ancestors saying to you, ground yourself and take action, you know, steps towards mending, healing, and breaking free or liberating yourself from something. Now with grounding yourself, okay, you may want to spend more time in nature. If that works for you, you may want to maybe do some breathing exercises, some yoga, maybe some meditation, whatever the case may be. But you may find that you recharge your batteries better by being outside rather than staying at home alone in your head with your thoughts, is the message I'm getting. But let's grab the tarot and delve into your messages. So can you clarify those energies, please, for my Aquarians? there is a need to be kind to yourself as well. Try and be understanding. This card wanted to show itself, so I'll show you the Knight of Swords. Decisive actions. Yes, there is a need to be kind to yourself. Knight of Swords might have been somebody who delivered some news to you, or who was a bit brash, you know, someone who was a bit reckless in the way they delivered their news or their offer, or maybe delivered some truth to you and it really deeply wounded you. And again, there's no genders attached, but that may be something to do with that. Okay. So we have the Five of Cups. Yep. The Six of Swords, the Four of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work that you may not be aware of, we have the King of Wands. So I will talk to you about this energy in a minute, but I want to talk firstly about this Five of Cups and the reparation. So the Five as an energy, as I mentioned with 32, that's 2 fives you get, is an energy of disruption and change and challenges when we go against the grain, or when it takes us by surprise and we're not ready, and it just really, you know, it's like the rug's being pulled from underneath you. Cups is to do with the emotional body, and you have 2 cup cards here. So this is your feelings, your emotions. So this is indicating that some things happen that has hurt you, wounded you, or disappointed you, or you may have regrets, because you can see this person's looking at the cups and it's all spilled, so there may be regrets. Obviously there are, you know, different levels of emotional challenges. It can go from being mildly upset to being completely distressed, being disappointed, having regrets, you know, obviously take what resonates with you, but this is saying now is the time to repair this, okay? Now is not the time to cry over spilt milk, if you will, and you need to look. There's stars in the background here. If you turn around, you'll see the stars, which is the way to heal. In the tarot, the star is a healing card and also a symbol of hope, which is what we're seeing here. So the need to ground yourself with this in order to mend. And then we have the Six of Swords. I did mention that you need to be kind to yourself and patient. And the Six of Swords is a beautiful energy with this, because 6 is harmony after having overcome some kind of a change or a disruption. So it goes from 5 to 6. Now Swords is the mental body. So this is to do with your thoughts, generally speaking, but also how you perceive your experiences, how you draw conclusions and knowledge from experiences, and also sometimes representing truths. The Six of Swords is literally getting to a point of understanding of why something happened, assimilating the lessons, which are represented with the swords, always on the boat with the person, and you're looking towards the future with a more optimistic outlook, because you understand what had to happen, and now you know that this is behind you and you can move on to something much better for you, again with the stars right there. So this is this energy of tenderness, being kind to yourself, understanding towards yourself, so that you can gain the knowledge that is meant for you through this troubled time that you've had to go through. And this is when you are capable of releasing, moving forward and releasing with the Four of Cups. Now the 4 is the number of stability, generally speaking, but also strong foundations. So this is emotional balance, not being distressed anymore. The path of being healed is what I'm saying. Now this card sometimes has a connotation of kind of being closed off and not seeing that there is an offer coming your way. So for some of you, it may well be that your ancestors are trying to show you that in order to be liberated from something, you need to accept an offer. But at the moment, you may be a little bit closed off and not being able to see it. Now, that's not a message for all of you, but that will be for someone. out there. And the reason why you are like that is because you are exhausted. The Nine of Wands, well, 9 is achievement. It's when you can nearly taste the end of a cycle, the completion of something. Wands represents the fire element. So this is to do with your passions and your desires, but also your spirit, your drive. This is next to the King of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card that talks about having to push one last time before you can drop your wand successfully. This is saying that you're nearly there, okay? You will be nearly there when it comes to releasing, to feeling liberated, but you are exhausted. Now, you may be burnt out from work, you may be emotionally wounded, you know, the wands weigh a lot, is what I'm hearing. This card is often referred to as the Wounded Warrior card for a reason, because you've acquired some hurt, some pain, some bruises, which we know of with this Five of Cups, which is why there's some healing, some mending that needs to occur. So the Nine of Wands is an acknowledgement of what you have been through. It has been difficult, but it's gonna get better and you are nearly there. And when the Nine of Wands appears, I always say to people, do not give up. The worst thing you can do is give up now. Okay, this is just one last push, one last hurdle, and you will see this through. We have the King of Wands right next to this. Now, there are no genders attached to the cards, okay? This is just the energy. And the Kings represents knowledge, expertise, and mastery of their suit. So the King of Wands, this is somebody who is very self-assured, someone who has incredible charisma and power. When they come into a room, everyone knows they're here. They take calculated risks. They're not overzealous, like the Knight of Wands, who doesn't think about the consequences of their actions. The King of Wands is somebody who has gained the experience. So when they make a decision and they take action, it's always going to be a win. This is a very powerful card. Now, this may well be that this is your ancestors guiding you through this journey of healing in order for you to meet this King of Wands, who's going to be, like, if you will, your reward for going through all of that, because then you will be a frequency match with this person. For others of you, I see this as your leveling up, as we would say in games, you know, like your evolution from somebody who has been deeply wounded or who has regrets or, you know, whatever it is that you went through, to someone who feels incredibly strong and powerful and victorious because you've been through it and you are stronger than ever. So obviously take what resonates, whether this is to do with your own personal development and growth and you embodying the King of Wands by the end of this journey, or whether this is you going through all of this so you can be a frequency match for this person to enter your life. This is just one wand away, okay? So do not give up, push through, be kind to yourself, and you'll get there. This is what I'm seeing very clearly. So I'm gonna grab this deck and get some final messages to close off your reading. So can we have some closing messages, please, from Aquarians? Okay, so the first message is last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more, which I will talk to you about in a second. And the first quarter moon in Taurus, release control. Okay, so the talk less and feel more is a direct reference to this tenderness card, okay? This is about embracing the healing process, understanding the wound, accepting it so you can then be freed from it. This is not going to happen through talking and analyzing and using your brain. This is something that happens in the heart space. So be in touch with that pain and maybe allow yourself to feel it, like have a good cry and get it out of your system rather than holding back the tears and overanalyzing the situation, is what I'm getting from that. And we also have release control. So there is this idea with the breaking free of releasing. When you let go, okay, of the pain, once you've had your good cry and you let go of the pain, things will fall into place. You're going to feel liberated, you're going to feel like a weight is off your shoulder, and it's going to feel really, really good, is the message I'm getting. So make sure that you're not trying to control everything. And again, it's really to do with not over-analyzing things and opening up yourself to any offer that may come your way. Just generally speaking, being more open and letting go of the pain, but embracing it first so you can release it effectively. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I am truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a wonderful end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.